It's time for GMA3. Tornadoes ripping through the south, leaving a trail of destruction, damaging hundreds of homes and buildings. Miracle baby, how little Cassian was born twice. Details on the groundbreaking surgery treating a condition known as chaos. We hear from Cassian's doctor and his parents. And they've put a spell on us.
Sisters, sisters, sisters.
The Sanderson sisters are back again. New details as Hocus Pocus brings magic back to our screens. It's time for GMA3.
You ready for a little Hocus Pocus?
Absolutely.
A little magic in the air. Hello, everyone. I'm Rhiannon Alley.
And I'm Rebecca Jarvis here with Morgan Norwood, and we are so glad you can join us on this Thursday.
Yeah, and coming up here on GMA3, so many of us have these wearables, these smartwatches that show our heart rate when we exercise. But what does all of that really mean? Dr. Tara Narula is here to break that down for us.
Yes, and also Becky Worley is in the Evergreen State as we celebrate our 50 states in 50 weeks from Washington State. And the great humpback whale comeback as Becky gets up close with some of the world's largest mammals.
I
What a fun
love
assignment.
whale
Yes.
watching with Becky Worley, but we're going to start with the severe weather in the south. Tornadoes touching down, leaving a trail of destruction, and Faith Abube is in hard-hit Purvis, Mississippi with a glimpse of the damage. Hello, Faith.
Hi there, Rebecca. Daylight is allowing us to see more and more of the devastation here in Mississippi. We're currently in Lamar County, and it's hard to believe a family actually survived this damage. We're standing right outside the door here, but you can see there's no door. The door blew away. The front wall here caved into the living room. If you come with me here, they tell us that they were sitting, the family here, 3 adults, they were sitting here on this couch watching television when the sirens started blaring. They tried to run into the interior rooms. The mom was able to get in this room right here, and before the roof blew off, she said that she was able to cling onto the mattress here as the storm was going through. She was eventually able to get into the bathtub, and that's where they hunkered down until the storm passed. They just walked out of here with just a few scratches, and now they're trying to pick up the pieces, trying to figure out what else they could salvage from here. The devastation in this county stretches about 2 miles. Thankfully, though, no deaths reported so far. Across Mississippi, at least 17 injuries that have been reported so far. Authorities are still assessing the damages at this point, but there are power lines littered on the road, down trees, and a lot of people in this neighborhood experiencing a lot of the damage that looks just like this, their roof completely gone. And so we're waiting for more information about the strength of the tornadoes here. Overnight, there were at least 3 tornadoes that were reported in one county, in Franklin County. The winds were up to 180 miles per hour, and an estimated 30,000 feet high of debris just strewn around. And so it was a pretty rough night for a lot of people, but thankfully no deaths reported at this time. Rebecca.
We're so happy to hear that.
So happy to hear no deaths, but it is just so hard to see that chaos and destruction. Thank you, Faith.
And glad that family's okay. Faith, thank you for that. We turn now to the crisis aboard the cruise ship in the Atlantic. Health officials are racing to stop the hantavirus from spreading. Victor Akendo joins us now with the latest. And Victor, now more cases have been confirmed?
Hey, Rhiannon, 3 more suspected cases have been reported. That brings the total to 11. Dutch officials say that 30 passengers disembarked from that ship nearly 2 weeks ago in St. Helena. Officials now racing to contain this deadly hantavirus outbreak that has killed 3 people. Several states, including Arizona, Georgia, and California, monitoring former cruise ship passengers for possible infections. Teams in protective gear transporting 3 patients to emergency flights bound for Amsterdam. This as contact tracing has started on anyone who may have been exposed to sick patients earlier in the trip. One such traveler was removed from a KLM flight in Johannesburg a day before her death. KLM saying due to the passenger's medical condition at the time, the crew decided not to allow the passenger to travel on the flight. 88 of those passengers from that flight now being tracked by the World Health Organization. The WHO says that a Swiss man who had returned home with his wife tested positive for hantavirus on Wednesday, and he remains hospitalized. Hantavirus is a respiratory infection with no treatment, and it can kill up to 40% of those infected. Testing so far has identified the rare Andes strain, which can spread from person to person. Health officials now suspect the first victim to contract the virus picked it up in Argentina before getting on the ship, and he likely spread it to his wife, who also died. Medical teams are monitoring the nearly 150 still on board, including 17 Americans, as they make their way to the Canary Islands in Spain. Wow. Guys.
Okay, Victor, really concerning there. But we turn now to a warning about bootleg GLP-1 drugs on the marketplace. Rhiannon, you have the information that folks need to know.
Yeah, shedding pounds with GLP-1 drugs is more popular than ever before, and dangerous knockoffs could put people at risk. So the global marketplace Made in China has agreed to stop the sale of bootleg GLP-1 weight loss drugs here in the U.S. This is part of a settlement with Connecticut's Attorney General. Now, officials say these so-called research-grade GLP-1s are not FDA approved for human use, yet they have been sold directly to consumers with no prescription and no medical oversight. Some listings falsely claim to be generic versions of Ozempic, Wegovy, or Zepbound, but officials warn there are no approved generic GLP-1 injections for weight loss on the market. Instead, these bootleg drugs are not intended for human consumption, and they could contain impurities, bacteria, or inconsistent doses, raising the risk of serious health consequences, and it could even lead to death, you guys. Really serious.
And we also know that there's news today on how some Medicare recipients will soon be able to get weight loss drugs for an even lower price.
Yes, this is huge news for Medicare recipients. Eligible enrollees will have access to GLP-1 medications for weight loss. This is for the very first time. It's part of a pilot program starting this July. Now, patients do need a prescription, and the monthly copay will be $50, but it is expected to cover those weekly injections or the daily pills. The details have not been finalized just yet, but when you talk about $50 compared to what the price was of these drugs originally, it's a huge help.
And hopefully it means fewer people will go try these other things out on the bootleg things, and that put people in trouble instead of help them.
Exactly.
That is certainly the hope right here. All right, well, coming up, your heart rate, is it normal? Dr. Tara Narula is here to break down what you need to know about how to protect your health.
My heart is racing.
Yes, mine sounds like a drum line.
We are back now with a GMA3 health alert, and with heart disease being the #1 killer of Americans, taking a life every 34 seconds, a simple clue to your health can be your heart rate. So many of us have smartwatches to track those stats, but do we know what those heart rate numbers really mean? Who better to ask than our chief medical correspondent and cardiologist, Dr. Tara Narula. It's great to see you, Doc.
Thank you.
And I mean, these are startling stats. We've heard them before. What does normal really mean when it comes to a heart rate, and is lower always better?
Great question. And a lot of people worry about their heart rates now because, as you said, everybody has a wearable these days. And so generally what is considered normal is a heart rate that ranges between 60 and 100 beats per minute. That being said, we can see people who are extremely athletic, well-trained, who have heart rates that are really in the 40s or 50s. And for them, that's fine, and that's totally normal. So a little bit depends on who you are. We know that the heart rate can vary based on things like stress, medications, caffeine, dehydration, medical conditions like anemia or thyroid disease. So a lot of things that can kind of push your heart rate up or down in one direction or the other. In general, a lower heart rate is considered a healthier or better, more efficient heart, as opposed to a higher heart rate that's associated with higher blood pressure, higher weight, and other concerns for cardiovascular issues.
A lot of people now are tracking their heart rate variability, or HRV.
Correct.
Is that important to check? What do those numbers mean, and what does all of it mean?
So there's no official recommendations from the cardiologist about HRV and checking this, but heart rate variability is essentially the very small millisecond changes in length of time from beat to beat. And that is measured typically by a medical device or a wearable. You can't really do it on your own. And generally, it is a measure of the autonomic function of your body. And what does that mean? It means the kind of between the sympathetic tone, which is your fight or flight, and the parasympathetic tone, which is your relaxation or rest. You want a higher heart rate variability that tends to indicate a healthier, more resilient, adaptable heart than a lower heart rate variability. Things you can do to actually improve it, managing stress, meditation, breathing exercises, exercise, and nutrition.
And with all that said, it's important to notice the signs, but when is heart rate a red flag?
So certainly if you have a consistently low heart rate under 60 or consistently high above 100, you would want to alert your doctor. If you feel any skipping or irregular heartbeats, if you feel like when you exercise your heart rate won't go up, that's a problem. If your watch notifies you, if you have an Apple Watch per se, that there's a concerning arrhythmia, you want to bring that up as well. So, you know, some things to pay attention to, but again, there's no right or wrong. Everybody's a little bit different. So,
But wearables are so helpful these days.
They can be, and they can give you a lot of information, and your doctor as well.
Dr.
Thank
Narula,
you.
as our resident doctor, thank you.
She said we always come to her for
Exactly.
advice.
Tell me everything. Thank you. Coming up here, Tori Johnson is back with day 3 of our producers' picks of deals and steals. Stay with us.
We are back now with Deals and Steals here on GMA3, and it has been such a fun week showcasing our GMA producers' favorite products, and Tori Johnson is back with more. I love this, Tori.
I'm excited about this because it's not often that the guys on the staff tell me that the skincare deals for the favorites, to which Dom said the luxurious ones, like, of course. And I think Elements is a favorite among all of us. So first up, Pro Collagen Marine Cleansing Balm, the fig one we have today, but we also have their regular, their classic. Really great because it just takes everything off without any kind of stripping your skin, no residue. These dynamic resurfacing facial pads are fabulous because it's just a little tiny thing, pre-moistened, the formula's already there, so there's no waste. So if you're someone who doesn't like a fussy routine, great for like the texture of your skin, really fabulous. And
I love this one.
Yes, Pro Collagen Marine Cream, that's the one with SPF. We have it with or without.
Oh, that's great.
With is really great, again, because it gets you the SPF without having a fussy routine. Everything from Elements is 50% off plus free shipping. Which we love. Okay, our fashionista producer, Nicole, is a fan of peach skin sheets. She is somebody, like many of us on the staff, who do not want to sacrifice good sleep.
We all need our sleep.
For the
we don't get much of that on the shift,
that
right?
you have. And she loves this because it's super soft, like a peach skin, gets softer with every wash. Also comes in all of the colors so that you can kind of refresh your bedroom anytime. It just like feels like a total upgrade just when you change the color of your bedding. And then of course she loves their faux minky collection down there. Because who doesn't, right? Yes. And especially the slippers are fabulous. Everything from peach skin sheets today, 50 off plus free shipping.
It really does feel like peach skin.
I love all of the colors.
Okay, Sabrina is a big fan. She's a busy mom, producer here. Heard me talk about this because of Oprah. So Oprah, this is Stingray Spot Remover. Oprah was in that's okay. She was in a Broadway show. She got some little chocolate Snickers on her white pants, went backstage, costume designer, spritzed some of this, and like magic, Oprah was stunned. She thought for sure these are white, no chance. Became one of her favorite things. It was on her Christmas list, and it really is true. I told when Sabrina was telling me that her husband accidentally spilled a glass of red wine on her red wine.
Husbands will do that.
Wine. So I was like, this also, Stingray's also credited with saving a marriage, right? There you go. So whether it's
it can do it all.
Pets, kids, I mean, this does everything. It's really fabulous. And today, every size, 50% off.
It's nice that you have the small size.
I like the small
one, especially for that on-the-go clean.
Exactly. Okay, production manager Angela loves peepers, owns 10 pairs of peepers, all from Deals and Steals.
Yep. I have glasses.
What a really good on you.
So we've got blue light blockers, we've got readers.
The fact that I can see out of them means that I need a new prescription in general.
I've been there, know it. This is another one that's great to be able, you can match them with your outfit, with your mood, keep them in every room that you have, especially when they're 50% off, $12.50 to $16.
What do you think?
What a deal.
Yeah. What do you think?
And they have the trees. I like it.
Very cute. Those are perfect.
Wow.
Really good. And there's great variety here, too.
Yes, there is. Okay, Nicole, George's producer, big fan of number 7. We were joking that she's George's producer and she does not have a single stress line or wrinkle on her face. And she said that's largely because of number 7. Future Renew collection is one of her favorites. Orange, the vitamin C brightening is a great product that she's a big fan of. And then their retinol overnight cream, when we talk about not having a lot of sleep and the ability to have a product that just works overnight, you know, so that you don't have to, this is a great one. So if you want her regimen, the silver collection, the orange collection, and the purple collection, your choice. Everything is 50% off plus from number 7, free shipping.
I don't
These
know.
are all the actives.
This gives such a nice glow
Yes,
on your
it's
skin.
really, really nice.
Wow.
And then finally, the captain, our fearless leader,
Yes.
Simone, she's got a favorite in Love and Fit. She jokes not only because it stays up, it's got those grips there on the waist.
on the
yes.
inside.
Yeah, those
Oh, my
grips
goodness.
keep it up in place, so there's no slipping
are
or
so
rolling.
soft.
Buttery soft, but they're not sheer, totally opaque. And then
Pockets.
2 pockets, not just one. 2 pockets, as she said,
Both sides.
one for each of her phones. So that when
She
George
only had
calls
2.
her,
When we blow it up.
when you blow it up, she can talk to you on one and read your text messages on the other. So if you want to be as sophisticated and smart as Simone, these are 50% off.
I love it. And then
those
got a
colors.
hundo in there,
Yeah,
too.
right.
Is that real?
No.
Well, thank you so much, Tori. As always, we partner with these companies on these great products, and you can get them at GMAdeals.com. And that QR code on your screen takes you right there. All right, still to come here, what Ariana Grande is sharing with fans. We'll tell you in Pop News. Wonder what it is. Ooh.
Welcome back to GMA3. So many huge careers have been launched on the American Idol stage. Carrie Underwood, Kelly Clarkson, we could go on and on, Fantasia. And tomorrow before Idol's season finale, Ryan Seacrest will talk to winners and judges past and present, looking back at the moments that changed lives.
Those are just some incredible moments to see. We are also heading into getaway season, so tomorrow The Right Stuff looks at luggage from stylish to sustainable budget choices, something for everyone for all different kinds of travel.
Now I need to plan a trip. And it's finally here. Mother's Day breakfast in bed is an all-time GMA favorite for viewers and for us too. We love this. Tomorrow we're going to be somewhere in the country surprising a very special mom, Rhiannon.
Oh, just seeing the looks on their faces is worth it.
Moms deserve it all.
They do. Now we're going to share an incredible story of a miracle baby who was born twice, undergoing a groundbreaking surgery to treat a rare and often deadly condition just weeks before officially arriving to the world. Hannah Bata has the story.
The family of 8-month-old Cassian has 2 times the reason to be grateful. Thanks to a groundbreaking surgery that allowed him to be born not once, but twice.
Not a lot of women get to have a C-section, but they're still pregnant after.
At 19 weeks pregnant, Kashira and Greg Joubert receiving the devastating news that their second child had a rare condition called congenital high airway obstruction syndrome, also known as chaos. It's characterized by a blockage of the airway, causing fluid to become trapped in an unborn baby's lungs.
Their lungs get bigger, tighter, more pressure. It begins to squeeze the baby's heart. Most of these babies die.
No one ever wants to hear that this baby has a very real chance of, dying in the womb, not even making it to birth.
We had about, I'd say, conservative to say 20 to 25% chance of positive outlook before our first surgery.
After one procedure proved unsuccessful, Dr. Emmanuel Vlastos at Orlando's Winnie Palmer Hospital opted to try an extraordinary alternative. At 25 weeks, he partially delivered Cassian via C-section, his head and neck outside of the womb, but still connected to the placenta, as the medical team worked to place a temporary tube in his airway.
Then we replaced the baby back into the uterus and we closed the uterus, and mom stayed in the hospital until delivery.
It's the first time a surgery like this has been successful for a baby like Cassian. The medical team even taking this photo of Cassian during the procedure, sharing it with mom.
And it was amazing. It was a glimpse of the future. It was a glimpse of a little baby boy that I would eventually take home from the hospital.
At 31 weeks, Kashira's water broke and Cassian came back into the world. And after 132 days in the NICU, he was ready to go home.
Congratulations, Cassian. What better moments, the culmination of all of our hard work, what greater triumph was it than that we could finally take our baby home?
Home and doing well, Cassian and his family are now preparing to celebrate his upcoming first birthday. Or is that birthdays?
We're planning just a small party for his first birthday, anniversary of the surgery that saved his life. And then, of course, for his birthday, We're gonna have another birthday bash for him there to celebrate full year.
He deserves all the birthdays, little
sure
Cassie.
does.
We love that. It is time now for Pop News with Sophie Flay.
Hey guys, good to see you. We begin Pop News with some stuff that's not just a bunch of hocus pocus, because the Sanderson sisters are coming back to our screens. It's been 33 years since Hocus Pocus first lit the black flame candle and the cast is spelling us. And now a third movie in the franchise is officially in the works. The 17th Century Witches will be reunited. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy all returning to their roles. This threequel news comes 4 years after Hocus Pocus 2 took over our screens, featuring the sisters seeking revenge on the town of Salem and the teenagers trying to stop them from wreaking havoc to their town. No word yet on when production will begin, but all of the cast has said that they were excited to do this. They wanted to return to these roles, so they're just excited as we are.
I'm excited to see them back together.
Right? I know, it'll be really fun.
Is it bad that I haven't seen Hocus Pocus 2?
No, because you can watch
so
it all.
good. Yeah, now you can wait.
You can watch it all on Disney+.
But I love the first one.
Yeah, so good. It's such a classic. And in TV news, we've got our first look at the trailer for the second season of Deli Boys, and it features a new addition to the cast, Fred Armisen. Take a look.
Mr. Sugar, we've run out of places to hide our money. I don't do anything illegal here. So we'll make this quick. Take a 20% cut of every dollar laundered. The casino pays a fake corporation. We could do really bad things together.
Some additional cast joining in on the fun this season includes Kumail Nanjiani and Andrew Reynolds. All 6 episodes of Deli Boys Season 2 will drop Thursday, May 28th on Hulu, and you can get caught up ahead of time because Season 1 is streaming now on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. These characters are genius, and the actual actors are the nicest people of all time.
That's
truly
so
the
funny.
best.
Yeah.
So
So
funny.
funny.
So funny. And in more pop news, Ariana Grande is warming up for her tour and sharing it with her fans. Grande posting some rehearsal footage on Instagram, singing her 2016 hit Dangerous Woman. Check it out. Those vocals are lethal.
The whistle tone.
So good. Grande writing in the caption, happy 10 years of Dangerous Woman, happy 1 month till tour, happy pedal pre-order, see you in a month, I love you so much. Grande suggesting she'll be performing the track for the first time since her 2019 Sweetener World Tour on her upcoming Eternal Sunshine Tour, which kicks off June 6th in Oakland, California. And don't forget, Grande will drop her 8th studio album, Pedal, on July 31st.
And she's got the ponytail back too. I love
back.
it. Yes.
All the
Ari's
things.
here.
Ari's here. Ari is here. And finally, we have one dog learning a new trick, and don't think he's a big fan. Meet Rooster. He's just over a year, and he just got introduced to the cone of shame. He's not exactly sure how to react. Rooster,
I get it.
Right? Look at him. He's pretty motionless there in his new device. And this was him a moment later. Still very still, but laying down. Luckily, Mom and Dad got the memo and upgraded him to one of those soft versions so he could be a little more comfortable.
It's like a neck pillow.
He's ready to take off. As he was saying, he's always been an absolute goofball, so not out of the ordinary.
Well, the cone, the neck pillow, it's doing the job.
Thank you so much, Sophie. Coming up, we are celebrating 50 states in 50 weeks in the Evergreen State with some of Washington State's biggest residents. Don't go anywhere.
We are back now with 50 states in 50 weeks. And guys, can you believe this? We are up to state number 42, which is Washington State, and our Becky Worley is there celebrating the Evergreen State, which is among the greatest density of whales and wildlife in the world.
It's 9 a.m. in Edmonds, Washington, and we're on a quest.
You ready for some whale watching?
We're aboard the Puget Sound Express, a family-run business spanning 3 generations.
When I started in '85, it was really my dad and I, and then kids came along, and kids grew up doing it with my wife and I.
I would take naps on the boats as a kid because you couldn't go anywhere, so that was growing up.
We launch our 3-hour journey north to Friday Harbor with one goal in mind. Let's see some whales. Our first wildlife encounter, we spot a big colony of sea lions.
Permission to enter the wheelhouse, Captain?
Come on up.
No whales yet, but I'm optimistic and hungry. So good news, we're docking in the beautiful San Juan Islands.
We've made it to Friday Harbor. That means one very important thing, lunch.
We make our way over to the Market Chef, where owner Lori Paul has been preparing farm-to-table dishes for 24 years.
Our business is directly created to the environment where we live.
The environment playing a vital role in keeping the economy alive in the San Juans. And from today's Farmer's Bounty, ingredients for a steak sandwich. Yum.
So fresh. Amazing boat trip out, delicious lunch on Friday Harbor, but I really want to see some whales.
And almost immediately,
there it is!
Our first sighting. Humpback whales all have unique prints on their tails so they can be identified. And we just found out from our naturalist that this whale is called Pop-Tart, and it's a she, is 10 years old, and they know that because she was first identified as a calf in 2016.
The rest of those numbers.
Naturalist Rachel says the humpback population in Washington went from a rare sighting back in the 80s to hundreds of whales that return here to feed every year.
We've been going through, over the last several decades, what we fondly call the humpback comeback.
But not all whale species have flourished. Gray whales and southern resident orcas have seen a decline in population.
The food source has changed, which is a big reason for the difference in population.
But the humpback comeback, due in part to the ban of commercial whaling, that boom has created its own visitor economy.
So many people tell us it's their life goal to see whales in the wild.
It was amazing! I've never seen a humpback whale before.
Okay, no orca. But another humpback does cross our path, giving us a quintessential tail wave as it dives down into the sea, leaving us to celebrate the humpback comeback and marvel at these graceful animals.
So incredible. What an assignment.
Yeah.
Thanks to Becky Worley there. Well, coming up, we have a special performance from the new Broadway musical, The Lost Boys.
Oh, Shoshana and Paul.
Yes.
We are back now with a real treat. Two of the stars from The Lost Boys. The Broadway musical based on the 1987 film was just nominated for 12 Tony Awards. We can definitely cheer for that. Shoshana Bean and Paul Alexander Nolan are going to perform for us in just a minute. But first, we're going to have a chat, and congratulations are in order. This is huge for both of you for the show. Shoshana, this is huge. Your third Tony nomination.
Yes.
That deserves a lot of applause. Where were you when you got the news?
All 3 times I've been in bed. I try to sleep through it. I don't do well with suspense or horror.
Yeah.
Oddly, and to me that is.
So were you actually sleeping, or were you like fake sleeping, waiting on a?
It's like sort of like the in and out of sleep and wake. My body wakes me up every time, like just about the time my category is announced, and I just sort of like peek at my phone. If it blows up, I know we're okay.
Kick, yay!
Well, I started crying immediately.
A huge congratulations to you. And Paul, for those who are not necessarily familiar with The Lost Boys or the film, what can they take away from this performance, from the show?
Well, from show's performance, they can take away mastery. From the show, they can take away a night of magic at the theater. It's, I've gone to the theater since I was a kid. And you always remember those nights that you felt like a magic trick was cast before you. And this is one of these nights.
And it is going to bring in a whole new generation of fans to The Lost Boys. But of course, it is a cult classic. Yeah. People love this film. Shoshana, are you a fan of the original film? And will fans see some nods to that in the musical?
Yes, I feel like what's been really a huge relief and also a great surprise is how happy the rabid fans of the movie have been with the show. For me, weirdly, as Corey Haim's biggest fan growing up, I skipped this one because, as I said, I can't do any sort of thrill or horror genre. So I actually saw it for the first time when this project came up. And we just watched it the other day, the weekend we opened. We put it on in my dressing room, we were watching it, and I was like, we really did a great job. The team, not we, but the team did such a beautiful job. There's so much from the movie in the show. It's just a beautiful homage to all the people who worked on the movie and the late stars, and it's special.
Well, between the two of you and everyone involved, there is so much talent. And now we gotta hear it. You gotta belt it out. Let's hear a song from The Lost Boys. In this number, Shoshana's character, Lucy, has just moved to Santa Carla for a fresh start, but soon they discover that there is a dark side to the sunny town. Here's Shoshana Bean and Paul Alexander Nolan performing Wild. Take it away, guys. Thank you.
remember how it used to be. Times were innocent and love was free. We'd play guitar and dance, singing give peace a chance. I was gonna change the world. Oh, I was a fearless girl. But somehow it turned out to be that the world changed me. The years weren't kind, to be honest. I miss that flower child. Oh, to be wild again. Wild again. To be wild, wild again. Funny how it all turns out when you're too young to know what love's about. I gave away a part of me, for now, paying for it now. You should have seen me in my glory days, before I learned to be afraid. I'd be that alive again if I could only remember how.
Baby, it's not too late for you now. Oh, to be wild again. Wild again. To be wild. Wild again.
What if I could be braver than I've ever been before? Blame myself less and follow my heart more. What if the mother in me could be messy and free and hold it together at the same time? What if my boys could mean the world to me and I could matter too? And that fearless girl in me could live in everything I do. What if it all could be up to me?
Wouldn't that be wild?
Wouldn't that be wild?
Wasn't that an incredible performance?
Yes, truly.
Special thanks to the cast of The Lost Boys, and thanks so much for watching. The Lost Boys playing right now at the Palace Theater.
Yes, don't miss it. Congrats again to Shoshana and Paul for the Tony nominations. Have a great day, everyone.
See you tomorrow.